Dana, looks like that smoke lingers around through much of tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we've had a lot to talk about in the weather office today, a lot of wildfire smoke to talk about, and we had some thunderstorms pop up this evening that we've also started talking about too. So it's actually kind of interesting. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. So this is what the radar looks like right now. And right now we're seeing some thunderstorms move from north to south, kind of right along this area from north to south here that goes about from Jackman down to about Bath from north to south here. And because we don't have any more sunshine, the sun has since gone down, we don't have as much instability in the atmosphere. So the reason that the thunderstorms are popping up right in this very narrow area is likely because there's a trough or a boundary located there, and that's what's supplying the instability for these thunderstorms. Most of them have had just some localized downpours and some lightning associated with them, but some of the stronger cells could see a little bit of small hail because they are a little bit on the stronger side there. Now, we've also talked a lot about that wildfire smoke out there today. So this is kind of what we're looking at right now, a very thick plume of wildfire smoke currently over much of Maine here. You can see that in those pinkish purple colors there. And as long as we're kind of in this same air mass and continuing to see that northern and northwesterly flow, we're still going to see a lot of that wildfire smoke beginning to be pulled from Canada through the state. So it's still going to linger throughout the rest of the night today, and then it's going to kind of continue to really stick around in the area as we get through tomorrow and likely Friday. It's going to take essentially a cold front that would change our wind direction for us to kind of finally break out of this pattern of the hazy skies and the impacts on the air quality. Speaking of air quality impacts, we do have an air quality alert here for the areas shaded in gray, and that's kind of the northern third of the state here. This is in effect until 11 p.m. tomorrow, and again, that's from the wildfire smoke that we're seeing coming in from Canada. So the rest of those showers and storms should start to dissipate within the next couple of hours. And then overall tomorrow is going to be a bit of a cloudier day than it was today, especially kind of starting out the day. This model here already pops up a couple of thunderstorms in the Lewiston, Augusta area. This is tomorrow at 8 a.m. And then once we get into the afternoon, we will break into a little bit more sunshine. Once again, though, it will be rather hazy because of that wildfire smoke. And then we'll start to see some more showers and thunderstorms pop up later in the afternoon, kind of beyond noon on Thursday as we get into the late afternoon and early evening. And then overall, I think Friday looks like a nice day. I think we'll start out the day with some fog, which could take a little while to burn off, but then we end up with a partly sunny day in the afternoon. There is a chance for some showers here, particularly back into the mountains and then down into New Hampshire, but most of the state here will be dry for the day on Friday. And then Saturday, kind of similar story here. We'll start out the day with some more widespread fog, but I do think it ends up being the pick of the 2 weekend days. So we are watching Ernesto at this point. It's not going to have an big impact on us here in Maine because it's going to go to our east. However, it might interact a little bit with a cold front here. So if Ernesto tracks a little bit farther west, we might see some more widespread shower activity for Sunday and Monday. But right now it looks like it's going to be far enough away where we'll only see some scattered showers there. Marine forecast sees 2 feet. Ocean temp there is 66 degrees. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Overall, as we get into tomorrow and Friday, there is that chance of some showers, more so on Thursday than on Friday. And then Zach, once we get into the weekend, I do think Saturday is the better of the 2 weekend days. But if you look at the tags along the bottom, the humidity starting to tick up again.
Yeah, it's back. Summer's not over quite yet.
It's still August.
Thanks, Dana.